Hey, what's up, TD Nation? It's time for your Monday morning check-in. The boot camp is still going amazing. We have still over 2 pounds per week lost per person, so that's really good. I want to give some shout outs here in a minute for the people who are exceeding the average. But first, what I want to do before I do that is go into questions and address some of the problems some of you guys are having. And I've highlighted them on my spreadsheet. If you aren't in the boot camp, you guys really need to invest in it because it's going to give you a little bit more of a one-on-one coaching experience. Every week we have you fill out a fitness activity tracker form so you can let us know if there's anything you're struggling with, if you have questions with anything. A lot of times I notice problems, I can email you guys and help you out, help work around those things. With 2,000 people in the big group, we can't have you fill out fitness activity tracker forms because it's just too much. But for those of you who are willing to invest in the boot camp, we limit those groups to 250 people so that you have a little bit more one-on-one experience. So if you're needing more accountability, if you're needing more tips on nutrition, meals, meal prep ideas, we lay everything out for you. And then depending on how your results go, we can adjust your calories and macronutrients so that you get the best transformation possible. So before I give shout outs, I want to go through some questions. Hopefully my phone has enough memory to go through all these. Let's see. So the first area we've got, is there anything you're struggling with? Let me see. Someone said binge eating. I can relate to you on the binge eating because that's something that I suffer from. I'm very addicted to sugar, and those of you that know my story know that when I was really overweight, I used to battle with that. Like if I didn't have something with sugar or chocolate after dinner, I would go down to even the gas station and grab a candy bar or something. I mean, I just felt like I had to have it. So when I started dieting, I would go several weeks and I'd do really, really good. And then I would completely fall off and I would just practically gorge myself. And I'm sure that's probably what this person's doing. When you're running at a calorie deficit and trying to eat real good, binge eating can become a problem. That's why we teach you guys flexible dieting, and we teach you how to fit bad foods into your macronutrients. We don't limit anything. And if you go through the boot camp, you'll see there's, we have steak, we have cheese, we have everything in our meal plans. We don't eliminate anything. So that you guys so it can help prevent you from binge eating. If you want 3 Oreos, fit them in your calories and macros, and you just can't do it all the time. But if you're really craving it, we have the system where you can fit that in if you can avoid that sugar triggering something in your brain. There's different situations for everybody. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray areas. So some of you are triggered by sugar, and once you have sugar, you can't stop eating it. For those of you, it's probably going to be best that you don't try to squeeze those things in. For those of you that can handle it and have a little sugar and not let it turn into a binge type thing, then work those things into your diet. And really, I think if you can do that, it took me a while to do that, but it will help prevent you from binge eating later. All right, next one. The only thing this person's struggling with is they don't like Quest bars. You don't have to eat Quest bars. We just threw them in there because I like the amount of fiber that it's got, and I just like the ingredients that are in them. They're really good for you, and it's a great snack. But if you find something else that you like, you don't have to eat Quest bars. Just find something with similar calories and macros and plug that into your diet and use that. Let's see, this person struggling with increasing calories to match Body Beast. You shouldn't, well, you shouldn't really have to increase your calories to match Body Beast. We've talked about how the books that Beachbody has, the nutritional books, the nutritional guidelines, are estimates based on whether you have a healthy metabolism or not. If you don't have a healthy metabolism, you should not be eating at the recommended calories that those books advise you on or recommend. So we've got to figure out where your metabolism is and then decide whether it's okay to increase your calories or not. If you go straight, if you start, like I had this problem, I actually did this when I started Body Beast. I think it was at 2,700 or maybe even more for me. And I started at that, my metabolism was not where it needed to be, and I gained a lot of weight when I started. So that's why we always advise you start off with boot camp, start with ours, and then we can decide whether you can increase your calories or not, but you need to check with us to do that. All right. This person seriously lacking motivation this week to work out. Yeah, so if you're lacking motivation, you just need to take a step back, figure out why you're doing this. What's your goals? Why are you working out? Is it for your kids? Is it for a particular goal? Are you just working out to burn calories? We talk about this all the time. You need to work out with a goal in mind. Your workouts need to be fun. You need to be training for a purpose, not just burning calories. You'll get really burnt out. Maybe it's that your program is just you've been doing the same program for a while. It's time to change things up. I do that all the time. I just did it. I got, my workouts got kind of stale. I was tired of doing the same thing. So I switched it up. Now I'm having fun again and loving it. So it could be a number of those things. If you need help, deciding what program to use, then let your coach know or let me know. We can help you decide so that we can make working out fun. Working out's got to be fun for you to keep at it. I don't know anybody who, excuse me, gosh, I got something in my throat, who can just walk on the treadmill every day. That's so boring. It's not fun. We want to keep workouts fun. We want to keep your body advancing and changing so that you realize you're hitting new goals. Your body can do the stuff it couldn't once do. That's exciting. That's where we want you guys. Let's see. This person said, I struggle sometimes to eat enough calories. My question is, if I am just hungry, is it okay? Oh, if I'm just not hungry, is it okay to stop eating? That's a good question, and I don't know enough about your situation to answer this, so I'm going to make some assumptions. If you are an undereater and you have a very slow metabolism, then it's really important that you hit your calories so that your metabolism speeds up. And that may take a few weeks, it may take a few months. We don't know because we don't know how long you've been eating at a severe calorie deficit and how long you've suppressed your metabolism. So if that's you, if you're an undereater and you're just stuffed and you're trying to speed up your metabolism, then it's really important to hit those calories to help your body adjust and realize it's getting what it needs. And that may take a few weeks. If you're full, if you're eating 5 to 6 days a week, or if you're working out 5 to 6 days a week like we recommend in boot camp, and you're still full, then I am going to make a guess that you have metabolic damage. You should not be full. You should be hungry. 1,300 calories is not very much, guys, especially if you're working out 5 to 6 days a week. So I would say, I'm guessing that that's your situation, and for you, I would say yes. Hit your calories. Try to get as close as possible. Keep killing your workouts. Your metabolism's going to speed up. In a couple weeks, you're going to find that you're starving at 1,300 calories if you're working out 5 to 6 days a week and you're working out hard. All right. Need more info about the best supplements. I need to incorporate Shakeology to my nutrition because I'm having pain in my joints since I started lifting heavier weights. So I'm not sure what you're doing for recovery, but that could be a big part. Let's see, this person's only lost 1 pound in boot camp, which isn't that much, but I don't know if their real goal, knowing this person, I mean, she's not overweight, so I'm not sure what her goals are. The only supplements I take are Shakeology. I take Results and Recovery formula, the P90X Results and Recovery formula, just because it has the right ratio of 4 carbs to 1 gram of protein, and it has dextrose to create an insulin spike post-workout. There are several things on the market you can use. I just prefer that. You guys all know my thoughts on Shakeology. It fills in all the gaps that my daily nutrition misses. And no matter how good my daily nutrition is, there's still a lot of gaps in there. I want my body to perform at optimal levels. Shakeology just helps me get there. Now, the only other thing I take is creatine. And creatine does not cause weight gain. It may initially cause a little bit more water retention, but I lost all 75 pounds while taking creatine. And the only other thing I take at the moment, since I'm cutting and I'm at a calorie deficit, is branched chain amino acids. I take Extend branched chain amino acids because I need those extra branched chain amino acids when I'm on a deficit. If I'm not on a calorie deficit, I don't take them because I'm getting enough of that in, my daily protein and the meat and all that stuff that I eat. Let's see. Cravings. Now that I'm out of Shakeology and Quest bars, I crave carbs. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Drink more water, eat more fiber, eat more vegetables. That will help with those things. If you're one of those people where sugar doesn't trigger really bad binge eating, then I would go ahead and cave into some of those cravings occasionally. Just try to fit them as best you can into your calories. You might have a day that's a little bit higher on carbs, but that's okay every once in a while. So, all right, next thing someone's struggling with: time. Kids are involved in too many sports and activities. All right, we just posted a video for Mike Vicane that's great, that addresses the excuse of time. And you guys, most of you probably know my thoughts on this, but the excuse of time really drives me nuts. And I can't say that I didn't used to use the excuse of time, because I did, but you're no different than anyone else. You have the same amount of time in a day as other people. You have to ask yourself, why do thousands and thousands of people, how are they able to fit working out and healthy eating into their daily routine while you can't? And the only answer is not time, it's that it's a priority for them, and it may not be your number one priority. Or maybe you just haven't audited your time. But I guarantee if you let me help you, or your coach help you audit your day, we can find 30 to 60 minutes 5 days a week for you to work out, and 2 hours on a weekend to prep your food for the week. I know people who work 18 hours a day. Mike Vicane just mentioned Gary Vaynerchuk works 18 hours a day. He fits an hour in every single day. My coach is an orthodontist, owns 3 orthodontist clinics, has 6 children, 1 is a special needs child, and he fits working out an hour every single day. So you just have to ask yourself, why can these people do it and I can't? We have the same amount of time in a day. The only answer is they make it a priority. So I'm not bashing you because I used to do the same thing. I'm just trying to help you realize that if you make it a priority, you're going to be able to find the time. I have yet to find anybody that wasn't able to find the time in their day when it was a priority. All right. My routine fell apart after the first week. I did sprints as part of the HIIT exercise and led to quads sore, and walking was painful for several days. Yeah, we put in there that that HIIT workout, the TD Nation Massacre, is one of the most extreme, and it will cause your quads and your legs to be extremely, extremely sore. That's not a HIIT workout you want to start out with. But just realize, if you're sore, that's okay. You got to push through that. The more you do those workouts, the less you'll be sore. Everybody, the first couple weeks they're working out is really sore. Every time I go into a new training block, I'm really sore. Like right now, I'm having trouble walking because I just did, let's see, I had P90X plyo And then I had squats and deadlifts, and I had asylum plyo within like 5 days of one another. So my legs are really, really sore. So I don't let that deter me. I just, work on stretching, drinking water, work on my flexibility, and keep going. I guarantee in a couple weeks, those 3 exercises in that time period are not gonna make me as sore as I am today. Oh, there's a couple people getting the workouts in. Again, that's time. It's not a time excuse. It's a priority. If it's not a priority, that's okay. Again, I'm not judging you, but let's not say that we don't have time. Let's just say it's not a priority. All right. Getting the serving of whey protein down. It always seems so clumpy. One thing you can do, use a blend. I have a handheld mixer. I blend that. I use ice and banana. A little bit, even like a quarter of a banana will really smooth that out. Work schedule was crazy. Again, there's more time excuses. Let's see what else. Bummed I didn't lose this week, but I have to account for a baby growing inside me. Yeah, if you're pregnant, I don't know that your goal should really be losing weight. Just, being active, eating healthy, whatever happens, happens. I wouldn't worry about losing weight when you're pregnant. I don't know that that's even healthy, but I'm not a doctor, so I would check with your doctor. Not motivated to work out is the last one. And again, not motivated to work out, I would just reassess why you're doing this. You have to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people. And for me, that was my number one motivation, was getting healthy so that I could take care of my kids and my wife and be around for them. That's all the motivation I needed. Now that I've gone into my transformation, that's changed, and now I'm, my main motivation is just to stay healthy for you guys and motivate you guys. So, but then I would also add, again, we talked about this a little earlier, work out for a goal. Don't just work out to burn calories. If you're just working out to burn calories, it's going to get so boring. I can't tell you, if I had to just, get on a treadmill every day, how exhausting that would be, and I would never work out. But I'm always working out for a specific goal. I'm training for something, and that makes training fun. All right. I'm at 17 minutes. Okay. Shout outs. We have Carolina Palacis. I'm sorry if I messed up your name again. She's down 12 pounds in 3 weeks of boot camp. Sheila Fanning down 9 pounds. Fred Riley down 16 pounds. Kelly Doris down 9. Sharon Kennedy down 23. Dawn, I can't read my writing, Nisley, down 10. Ken Marone down 12, Tiffany Seward down 11, Craig Dilly down 11.5, Tara Barth down 12.2, Cindy, oh man, I wrote this so bad, Pontanen, I'm sorry, 9 pounds, Katie Bowe down 9 pounds. Great job, you guys. Keep up the good work. I haven't decided if we're going to have a call tonight, just because I just went over so much good information. So post questions below if you have any, and keep up the great work. Like I said, if you're not in boot camp, get in boot camp, because you get stuff like that. If you're having specific problems, you can type it up on a form, and I'm here to answer them every Monday morning for you guys. It's worth its weight in gold. So that's what we hope to keep providing for you guys every single week. We love you. Keep up the great work. Keep up the positivity. Keep encouraging one another. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.